Hello everybody, this is Debbie from Deb's Thing, and it's been a couple days since I've actually been making any videos. I kind of feel out of sync a little bit. I was spending my time making a couple dozen, well not a couple dozen, 16 red, white, and blue bracelets for a daughter's, a friend's daughter. She works in the Dominican Republic in an orphanage, and I was letting her take a bunch of bracelets, and she mentioned that the boys really like the red, white, and blue, so I made some red, white, and blue using the colored glow-in-the-dark white that I had some left of. I don't really use those too often, so I just got finished making all those. I kept them simple designs so I could get them done before she has to go back. So yeah, I've been making bracelets, but not in front of a camera. So anyways, that was fun to do, and I just think of the joy of glow in the dark. When I was a kid, I just thought that was the coolest thing. So anyhow, this bracelet I am going to call Criss and Cross, like with the A sign. This name I had for it was already used, although not quite. I could have done something to it. Anyways, if there was ever a criss and crossed bracelet, this design might be it. This was the first one I did, and it is referenced as 2II in part 1 of my introduction to my collection. And if you look at the back side, it looks like this, where when I tried to make it over again, the front side and the back side pretty much, look the same. So, I don't know. There's little words here on the side that I can't figure out, and there's scribbling and there's whatnot, so I'm just going to go for it and we'll see what happens. So I just used 2 colors, and even though, see, this is going to be color A, which is the pink on this. Oops, the pink. And then I'm going to use the two-tone, the gold with the white on the inside for the olive, although we will actually be placing the B colors first. I think, as I was making them, I just said, okay, here's color A, color B, and then I wound up placing them. Now, I'm also going to make this longer. I've got, 2 full looms hooked up, 2 bars parallel to each other. I really hate these because I have just, a little, like I said, a coffee table, TV tray, and these long looms are just too much. So we're going to start out by placing an extension band right here, and then we are going to take our B bands, let's see, and we are going to twist it to that way, and then we are going to twist it up. So this one goes down and this one goes up, and I'm going to try to remember that. And then you take your A color and place it on top, and we're going to change the direction. So whatever one's on top of your last one, your last section, that's the first one you're going to do. And now when we're going this this angle, we twist that to the right. And then we take another one and twist it to the left. Right now. How did I do that? Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, twist to the right. I guess you're doing both to the right, aren't you? The right, to the right. Okay. Confused myself here. I'm not sure it really makes a difference, but I played with this so many times and I kept losing track of what I was doing, so I gave up. So, twist to the right. And of course, twisting to the right this way, it's going to be bringing it upwards. And then put the two A colors. And I'll show you a couple more times. So this is one going to be on the top this time. So always think, oh, twisting to the right, twisting to the right. So one's going to be, this side's twisting to the right but down, and the other one's twisting to the right but up. And you're going to continue this alternating pattern, just remembering the first one you're going to place in the next section is the one that's actually on the top of the previous section. Okay, and I'll do one more. Then hopefully you can continue on as before I go, I will show you why I'm making this longer, besides the fact that they all should be longer than one loom, so we don't have those silly extensions. The only ones I would make with extension are the few that I would make for myself. Okay. These are just one loom, and you know, they are really cutting it short. And if you use the jelly is even tighter. So I'm thinking, you know, and this is just like right there. It's even short. You know, this one's just, they are the same length. I don't know, this one just seems a little shorter when it's just laying on the table. So with the jelly and then these special bands, I'm just going to make it just a little bit longer, because it looks kind of silly too short, you know, as short as it is. Okay, since I've been talking, I'll do it one more time. Twist to the right. Twist to the right, alternating which band is on top with each section. And place these two bands, and then, you know, when you get as far as you want, we're just going to be placing, you know, double cap, you know, double twisted single band around these two for the cap. And then you get to see how crazy this looping is. Here is my banded loom. I think I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5 extra sections. And so now I'm going to place a cap across here. And one of these days I'm going to get my husband to cut these in half, or however many pins length I need, so that I only have to add maybe a couple, you know, 1 or 2 of the extensions on each side, just so it's, you know, no wider than that, because these two full lengths are just too much. I mean, whatever the width. Okay, that's how many, exactly as far as I've gone is the width of my TV tray. So that's how far I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, maybe I'll just have them cut them in half, and that'll be good. Okay, so I'm actually probably not going to be gabbing while I do this, because I get so confused keeping this straight. So the first thing we are going to do, let me see, reach under, okay. The first ones we are going to loop on this are the B colors, okay? But instead of taking it back to its... Are you seeing this clearly? I'm sorry, I think I better pull out a little. I thought I saw a blur. I definitely don't want to miss this. Okay, so I thought it mattered, but it doesn't really matter on this which way, because which one you do first, because when you see after it's looped, you'll see that it doesn't really make a difference. We are going to take the color B and go straight up. So there's no, really interaction with this intersection here of the two bands, so it really doesn't matter which one you do first. However, the A bands are where I change things up. On this one, you're going to go from left to right, and on this one, you're going to go from right to left. Then the next section, you just bring it straight up. Straight up. And the last one you started from here to here first, so on this side you're going to find the blue, or whatever your color A is, and bring it over. So the ones that were crisscross go straight up, and the ones that were straight up are crisscrossing, but those are alternating with each section. So, the way, you just kind of, the first one was a little hard, but I think well, let me just show you. Let me do this first. And if it gets a little messed up, just kind of get this to go back in the right place so that you can reach underneath past it and get the B band and bring it straight up. I feel like a klutz. Be patient with me, please, and I'll get you through this. Okay, now I can show you. Whatever one is on top, okay, that is the one you're going to do first. You're going to go, since this one from left to right, bottom left, upper right, is on the top in the previous section, that's the one you're going to obviously do first, because then it'll be underneath. And you really don't have to dig for it. It's kind of just sitting right, right there. Everything else has been, it's all empty in here, so it is easy to find. So then, should I stay? I really like my little design here. I finally got it figured out, and hopefully, my being out of the screen is a thing of the past, or very rare. So the B bands go straight up, not back to their home pin. And this one going from here to here goes on the top, so you're just going to see it's just right here. It's the only thing there. It's right here, so we're going to do that one first. And that's the only way to keep track of it, because, if you think, which one did I do last? I mean, it's out of my brain in 2 seconds. Really to concentrate is but that's probably why I ramble so much, because it's like trying to read. I was a speed reader, I took speed reading in school because I was in all the advanced classes, and was able to skip my regular classes and take the fun extracurricular stuff. And speed reading was one, so I learned how to whip through a book. And now I can literally be on the page for half an hour. Every sentence, a word in it, sends me off on a thought rabbit trail, And then 10 minutes oh, yeah, okay, I was reading, that's right. It's pathetic. But every once in a while I give reading a shot. Like when the electric, one of these, I can't even remember now which video it is. Maybe in Stitches, not this, in Simplex maybe. The power went out. Our power out here in Southern California was out for over an hour, or almost an hour. It's like we all sit looking, now what? Okay, I'll do one more. I think you should probably figure it out. Get the gist of this now. You bring the bee. I don't know where I was going with that power outage thing. See, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so this, you look back. This is the top one, so that's the one we do first. Just be real delicate. Oh, and I should have pointed out, make sure you use stretchy bands. I should make a note so I can make a notation at the beginning of this video to choose carefully, because well, not really. I'm not gonna. No, there's no pre-stretch on this, so never mind. I cancel that. I think as long as you're careful when you pull, you're just taking it from here over to here and here. I think the only trouble I'm having is because the stickiness of these special bands make it seem, against the jelly, make it seem really tight, and like I'm pushing the limits of the elasticity, although those sweets, they seem to, if they're just tight, they'll just snap. Anyhow, you saw how it went. I'm going to turn off the camera and kind of kick back and put my legs up so I get a little bit of increase in my blood pressure and stop rambling. And I will be back to show you how to take it off. Here is the criss-cross bracelet, ready to have the extension put on and take it off the loom. So, everything ready right here. So we're going to reach in to have this and pull that bottom one out that I set there at the beginning to have my first extension band ready to go. Which really helps on designs like, like this, where taking all these tight bands and try to put them all on one is, it's too much work, too much risk of it all coming unraveled. And so I turn my hook upside down, and sometimes it takes, when they're tight like this, it's a little harder to get it through. There we go. Those first two loops, because they're not just slack and nice and fat and open like this one is. So I make my bracelets generally with 5 bands on each side, including that first one that was already there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I doing 1 extra now? I'm adding 5 extra after that. It's always easier to take them off than put them on later. Especially if you give them away. If you give it to somebody and it's too small and cuts off their circulation, not good. If it's a little loose, then better. Okay. Make sure that's on really good. And we are ready to pop this little bad boy off. Okay. And this one is one that I think, once it gets going, it just the tension, and it kind of pulls itself off really easily. If you really saw that, but I think you knew what I was doing. Okay, this is interesting. This is the front side, and I am undecided as to how much I like it. I like the colors. but I think the, you know, sometimes when I first look at something, I don't like it, and then I start studying it, and I really like it. What's throwing me off is the fact that the gold and white are so much thicker than the jelly that it's displacing the jelly, like right here. They're just, it's a really nice pattern, and the green just lines up really nice where it kind of doesn't want to set as evenly and as sequentially. Like right here it's in really good order, but then this one doesn't want to be as nice. Now the other side, okay, this is what I want to show you. This one did turn out like this one, where on these, I think, oh, never mind, forget that. I don't know how that came about. It just looks different than the others too. I like this side. On this one, I actually like the back side better than the side that I had, you know, envisioned as the top side. Well, anyhow, I'm taking up your time pondering on. Oh, I need a couple more extension bands. I discounted. So I will study this more and decide what I think of using the jelly with the two-tone gold and white. As far as all these bracelets, I really liked the way this design works with the double jelly. I love it. I just love the thickness of it and the roundness of it, and the way it looks from the side, the way it looks from the top, and the, okay, I guess, alright, it is, this one is a little different, okay. I see it now. Look these all day long. Sometimes I lose sight of what I'm doing, or what is right in front of me. So anyways, I'm going to quickly make the rest of my extension. And actually, you know, I made that one a little longer, so I probably won't need any more. So as I'm not explaining this to you, hopefully you all have done this before, but we keep the arrows pointing towards us, kind of towards us. I just don't have any, I have about 2 inches, 3 inches of table past me right here, so you place as many extension bands as you need on top of each other. Take your cap and pull it over like this so that it's easy for you to grab this band, and just do the single chain loop back to the final peg. Put this down as you pull those others off, and then find your clip, stretch this so it's easy. Easy. Come on, stinker. There we go. And there you have. Oh yeah, that's much better. It's actually a little bit too big for me. And I think with the thicker, probably would have been better to use the gold as the extension, even though the blue is around the edge. So here you have it. I'm just going to show a couple. It is called, what did I call this? Criss and cross. Because you do a lot of crissing and a lot of crossing to make this happen. So actually for now I'm just going to show this one because of its beauty. And I just really, really, really like this one. I think for my photo, my thumbnail, I'm probably going to do another one in jellies with more contrasting colors so you can see the design better and appreciate it more. So thank you very much for watching. And if you like this design or any of my designs, be sure to share it with your friends, and if you want to, like me. Please like me. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more of my tutorials. Subscribe to Deb's Thing. Thank you so much for watching. And now I don't know which one I like better. Okay, it's reversible. It's official. Have a great day.